Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Homestyle Homestead. My name is Lexi. I am out in the shed today because it is time to start my first seeds of the 2026 garden season. I need to start my snapdragons, I need to start my sweet peas, and I need to start my onions. This is my first year starting flowers from seed. I normally buy all my flowers, but I want to have a cut garden, and I think that you get way more bang for your buck if you start the seeds yourself. My family is getting over the worst case of the stomach flu. I don't know what it was, something that I have ever had, that my husband has ever had. It was horrible. I'm still not feeling 100%, but when the seeds need started, they need started, so here I am. I'm gonna take it kind of easy. I have been watching a ton of videos from Bree at Blossom and Branch why can't I say this? Regenerative Gardening, Blossom and Branch Farm. If you haven't heard of her, go check out her channel. She's amazing. She is a flower farmer in Colorado, and I too am in Colorado. That's why I am taking a lot of my tips and tricks from her, because I think that it's important, if you are trying to learn from someone, that you follow someone that is in either the same state as you or the same zone, because you don't want to be like in Colorado and trying to learn from somebody in Arizona how to start seeds and plant your garden, because it's going to be completely different. I need to sift my soil. I'll be using Fox Farm planting mix. I'm going to sift it, get all the really big chunks out, because your little seed starts do not like big chunks of soil. I don't like to try to fight that to come up through. I also have a few metal pans that I'm going to be putting my seed starts in. I meant to buy some more, so I'm probably gonna have to go get some. They come with the lid, obviously, for your humidity dome. The only thing about starting seeds in metal pans is when you go to harden them off, putting them out in the sun can affect them heat-wise, because if the sun's hitting the metal, it's going to heat everything up and can really mess you up. So just keep that in mind, and remember, when you go to harden them off, you have to be careful. Other than that, it's great to start your seeds in these because it's metal and it's not plastic, so it's not going to be leaching any plastic into whatever you are growing. Could definitely do my flowers in the plastic seed starting pans that you can buy. I think that for me, that seems fine to start it because I'm not eating it, so if it's leaching into my flowers, oh well. But I am starting my onions as well, so I want to make sure that those are not in a plastic pan. So first things first, I'm going to sift this through, get it in a bucket, get it in my plastic bin, and then I'm going to start soil blocking. I got this one on johnnyseeds.com, and then I got this one on Amazon. So I'm going to have everything that I use linked down below, either the links to it, or if it's on Amazon, I'll have my Amazon storefront linked in my gardening tools and essentials. Oh, and I should mention today is February 1st. I am in Colorado. I am in zone 6. So what you're kind of left with is kind of like mulchy pieces and pebbles and little sticks and stuff. And getting this out kind of just makes it a better place for your seed to live. Easier for it to sprout and all that stuff. So this was taking a lot longer than I thought, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. And well, that's because it's not right. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like barely any space in between these, and I looked it up and I got the wrong size. So I got the 1/12 inch, and I need more like the 1/8 inch with the spreading between. So, but for today's sake, I am going to keep going, and I will return this one, and I'll get the right size for the future. That'll just make that a lot easier on me. back out here. It's the next day. I got all my soil sifted. That took forever. But like I said, I ordered the right sifter, so for the next round of seeds, I'll have the right one and it'll be much quicker. But with that being such a fine sifter, it made the most like perfect, softest soil. So it kind of feels, it feels super nice. So I guess that's the only benefit. I'm just gonna dump this right into this plastic bin. So like I said, I'm starting my seeds in these little tin pans. Starting right now my carrots, not my carrots, my onions, my snapdragons, and my sweet peas. I'm gonna start around 100 onions because I'm gonna do 2 per soil block. I'm doing my onions in this bigger one. And I want to make sure that I for sure have a sprout per each block. So once I get a sprout, I will thin them out to 1 per cell. And then I'm going to be doing my snapdragons. This is a 20 cell. I was thinking of doing 40 of each variety. I have my soil, and I'm just going to add some water to this. I'm going to do little bits at a time. I don't want to overdo it. Oh, goodness. I think that might be good. Just see people kind of push the soil blocker into it. And they pack it in. Okay. And now let's see if it's as easy as it looks. It worked! Cool. Okay, my grandma's a little lifesaver. She went and got me the ones with the lids and she just dropped those off. These ones are better, the mainstays, because they're way more square as opposed to these easy foil ones. I think I've realized it needs a little more water because these ones kind of just fall apart, and the ones I added a little more water to are a little bit more usable, like flexible in a way. So I'm gonna dump this back in one more time. I don't want these crumbling on me once I get my seeds in them. Just a little more water. Okay, that seems better. Now I have 2 trays. I have 40. I think I'm just gonna stick with 40, not 50 for the onions, just because that's what fits in a tray and that would make more sense. Okay, I'm gonna go clean up my tools, and then I'm gonna take these soil blocks in the house and then we are going to seed them. Okay guys, I'm back inside now and I am going to start filling my seed trays. I want to show you what each one looks like. I'm gonna have a video showing everything that I'm starting with my 2026 garden plans. So if you want an in-depth guide of everything that I'm growing this season, I will link that up above for you. But for today, I'm starting, like I said, wow, yeah, good job. Every time, you guys. I got this seed packet at Walmart. Sweet peas, early flowering, mixed colors. And then from Johnny Seeds, I picked up the Elegant Salmon Rose. I also am doing the hybrid Snapdragon. Wow, baby, that's so good. Cane's Orange. This one's from Johnny Seeds as well. This is a 1 to 3, so this will be like, I think late summer bloom. And then I'm also starting another Snapdragon, the Chantilly Bronze, and this is a 1, so this will bloom in the spring. And then for my onions, from Johnny Seeds, both, they're the same, they're the Patterson F1s. I'll be starting all of these today. When you go to transplant, those little metal trays, they're pretty flimsy, so I recommend that you put them on a cookie sheet when you're going to move them around, or they might kind of bend in the middle and mess up all your work. Let's go get started on seeding. Okay, and then I am going to be topping everything today with some vermiculite. I know that it is supposed to help retain moisture. I don't know if it does anything else. And I'm going to write right on the top what it is. Okay, and now I'm going to put these off to the side. I haven't even looked at the size of a sweet pea seed yet. I don't know how big they are. Oh, they feel really big. Oh. I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough. I thought they were tiny, like. Oh my God, these are huge. I'm not gonna have enough for these trays. Okay. Or it says I can direct sew them. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will just instead direct sew these. Yeah, we'll just direct sew those instead. I'm gonna have a video up on how I am planning out my seeds when I'm starting them, showing you how I'm keeping track of everything, putting it in my planner, and all that. If you're interested in seeing how I am planning out my entire garden, my seed starting, what I'm direct sowing, what I'm starting inside, blah, 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 I'm gonna link that video up above for you. Okay. Seen quite a few people use a headlamp when they're doing their Snapdragons. Hi. Wow, these are so tiny. They're even tinier than I thought. I'm gonna write this right here. Okay, and then I'm gonna write. Okay, so just to show you, I wrote straight on here. On this side's Chantilly Bronze, and on this side is the Cane's Orange. And then down here I wrote Snapdragon, so I know exactly what these are. The way I've seen other people do this is they put the seeds in their hand and then they use a toothpick, and you like lick your toothpick and pick it up and put it right in. I also need this to kind of like point down a little more, so I'm just gonna put a little binky right here. Wow, that works perfect. Okay. Now that those are all sewn, I am going to cover these with vermiculite as well. I'm gonna lightly spritz these as well. I'm gonna be really careful because obviously these ones are very vulnerable. And now I'm just gonna put the lid on and we can go put these in on my seed starting tower thingy. So now I am in my guest bedroom. This is gonna be where I'm gonna start some of my seeds. This room kind of hovers around 60 degrees. Your snapdragons like the cold, so I'm going to start them in here. Same with the onions. Behind my little tower here, I have a timer outlet and I have set it to be on around 15 hours a day because I want to mimic the amount of time that the seeds will be in the sun in the summertime. So obviously the days are longer in the summer. Okay, and here is the setup. I don't really know why I got the purple lights. I think that when I first started out, I thought that was like the only thing, but I know you don't have to have the purple lights. I have been starting seeds for like 5 years now, and I am going to invest in more. And when I do that, I'm going to get the ones that are just the white light because this is really obnoxious. The second you leave the room, your eyes, everything looks yellow. It's really annoying. But this is what we're working with for now. And I'm just gonna come in here every day and just make sure that the soil is moist and spray it as needed. Okay guys, it is a few days later. I forgot to tell you, you need to date your seeds. You wanna make sure you know when you started them. Make sure to write that on there so you don't forget. As you remember, I made this little tin of soil blocks when we were making these. And I've decided I'm not gonna just let this keep sitting here. I am gonna start my chamomile and my feverfew as well. I saw, again, Bree's post the other day and she said that she's gonna start those, and those are on my list, and so I'm taking all my tips from her. So I'm gonna start those as well. And then I'm gonna do a little bit more research. Just look through my seed journal of what I'm starting and make sure that none other of those need to be germinated in the cold, basically is what I'm trying to say. I can't think of the word right now. If those do, then I will start those as well. Okay, so I'm doing chamomile, and then I'm also doing this Sunny Ball feverfew from Johnny Seeds. An even better practice for labeling is to do it on a piece of tape and put it on the side. That way you know it's not going to rub off. I'm probably gonna write it on here and on a piece of tape just because I don't want to accidentally mistake one from the other. We're gonna do the feverfew over here, the chamomile on this side. So over here we're gonna do feverfew. Oh, uh-oh, these seeds look extra tiny as well. Holy cow, those are weird looking. I don't know if you can even see those. All right, and then on this side, chamomile. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me that you're here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and please hit the subscribe button. I post a video every Friday. I would love for you to stick around. But until the next one, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.